Good evening, everyone. Just made it in time. We are live from Spa-Francorchamps for the 2018 SimRacingHub F1 Belgian Grand Prix. We are almost done with Q2. It's only a couple seconds to go, and it appears that pole position is gonna go once again to Ezequiel Montero. 10 seconds to go. 19 drivers tonight. It's usually what happens after the summer break. Okay, so time is up. Let's see who ends up in pole position. Appears it's gonna be Ezequiel Montero, like I said. Okay, so this is Richard Walcott about to finish his flying lap. Let's see if he can improve. He's currently in P6. He does not. He ends up in P6. So let's go over the grid. Let's see if there's anybody left. 7, 8. Yes, Jacobo Cardoso still not done. Cardoso's in 8th. He improves 1 position over Sanabria. And that's it, folks. We are moving into the warm-up. That means Ezequiel Montero once again keeps the pole position. Alright, so we're gonna go to the warm-up session. This is gonna be 5 minutes, so time to take a quick break and we'll be back. Okay, we are almost set to move into the race session actually. Warm-up is done. Let's get this show on the road. Alright. Not sure if it's loading. Yes, it is. We are in the countdown before the formation lap. Couple seconds. We're gonna go over the starting grid briefly. 22 seconds before the drivers line up on the starting grid. Alright, here we go. 6 seconds and we start the formation lap. Looks like everybody has lined up. It's time to get the show on the road then. Starting once again in pole position is Ezequiel Montero for Renault. P2 is Argenis Riera, who's now racing for Force India after he found himself a way out of SimRacingHub F1. Managed to secure a seat next to the Pink Panther Jacobo Cardoso. Corey Mackey is in third place. He's the only Ferrari tonight. Ivan Georgiev seems to be missing. In fourth we have Oro Acosta for Williams. Hopefully he has found his shape back. Fifth place for Carlos Reina in the Red Bull. He was transferred from Force India. Sixth we have Richard Walcott, who has been missing since probably 2 races ago. Good to see him back for Mercedes. He's in P6. Pink Panther Jacobo Cardoso in P7. Alejandro Sanabria in P8 in the other Renault. P9 for Aaron Jimenez in the Red Bull. P10 for Roberto Schime for SimRacingHub F1. P11 for his teammate Theodoros Esiroglu, both driving in Europe. 3 AM over there. Kudos to them. P12 for Richard Haney in the Williams. P13 for Sean Higgins. 14th for David the Ghost Carney. 15th for Deuce Michaels in the other Haas. 16th for the captain John Cook. 17th for Craig Hunter the Huntsman. 18th for Brandon Gant. He's racing tonight for Matt Harto, who should be back in the next race after having almost fully recovered from a wrist surgery. And last on the grid is Chef Oppenheim. Had to change something in his car and was forced to start last. Alright, so let's see how this start develops. Probably gonna have to see this from last place on the grid. So let's switch to Jeff Oppenheim. Let's get ready for this. Having some lag here. Hopefully it will disappear soon. Alright. Let's wait for the lights now. Formation lap is over and we are gonna go with the countdown pretty soon. Here we go, guys. Turn up the volume. Let's get this show started here in Spa-Francorchamps. Green light, another Toro Rosso falling asleep at the start. Go with Craig Hunter. Turn 1, usually a very tricky one here in Spa, but looks like it was very clean, actually no contact whatsoever. So now let's head to race leader Ezequiel Montero, who's starting to pull away already. Corey Mackey overshoots the braking zone. This is a lap where everybody has to remain calm. Actually, Mackie was able to overtake Argenis Riera in the start. See if we can have another look at that later on. Let's zoom. Let's see. Let's watch this from on board. Mackie overtaking Argenis Riera. Yeah, he had a better launch. Gets really close to Montero, no contact. I was able to hold his position. He moved back up again. It's Montero, already 1.6 seconds ahead. So anybody who's watching and hasn't subscribed to our channel, please do so. This is the only way to grow this community. We need your subscriptions for this. Let me know if the audio is good or bad. Checking the chat over here. Alright, so Argenis Riera starting to catch up a little bit to Corey Mackie. Then we have a fight here for 4th. Team Carlos Reina, Oro Acosta. Back there is the other Force India. The Force India is looking very strong tonight. Hopefully they'll be able to finish the race. Both of them are having issues with connections lately. See, Roberto Shina has gone slightly off track. There's an overtake now. Costa overtaking Carlos Reina. Better top speed there, no DRS yet. Manages to make the pass. Now Brandon Gant has spun out of track. Rouge lost control probably. Yes, he did. Lost the rear end, and that's game over. That's it for Brandon. That car is not getting repaired. He's the first retirement of the night. Brandon Gant. Back here with Cobo Cardoso. Sean Higgins already in the pit lane. Don't know if we can find what happened to Higgins. Probably some contact at the start. Let's see. There was Higgins. No contact there. Let's see, we can keep looking. Oh yeah, Higgins went off track here. Let's see what happened there. We go side by side in our Rouge. Oh yes. Oh my god, that's heavy contact with the wall. I don't think the car is gonna be intact after that. Pretty sure it's probably a DNF coming soon from Sean Higgins. Let's see where he's at. He's coming out of the pits. Let's have a look on board how that suspension is going. Although that hit was pretty perpendicular to that wall, so maybe there's not much damage to the suspension, although it doesn't look too good. It's already in 18th spot, 1 lap behind Sean Higgins. There's Sean going very slow, giving away to the lappers. Alright, back up front. Let's see if we have another fight going on. It seems like we have one for 8th. To Richard Walcott. Too bad Glenn is tired tonight. He would have been with us here in the booth. So if you still want to do it, just be my guest and hop on. Fastest sector 1 for Argenis Riera. Nice fight we have here going on. Cardoso is already in P6. Ezequiel Montero sets the fastest lap of the race, 1:41.9. see if we have another fight going on. P8, P9, yep, that seems to be the one to watch. So let's get on here with Cardoso. Jimenez losing control there. It's actually not the one to watch, this is the one to watch. Check out this camera over here with the rear view of that Red Bull shark fin. We have another retirement. Deuce Michaels went off track a couple times. See if we can find what happened to him. Oh, not sure what that was. Yeah, something really terrible happened to Deuce Michaels there. Had to retire. Back with this fight for 7th spot. So 2 retirements already. 17 cars left on track for now at least, because Sean Higgins has to row a long way back. Jimenez pulling away slightly from Walcott. Meanwhile, Esiroglu and Shime are both attacking the Mercedes driver. The only Bermudan on track, Richard Walcott, the ninja. Esiroglu is gonna have DRS now. Let's see if he manages to outbrake Walcott. Nope. No, sir. There is his teammate just waiting for the mistake to occur here. Let's hop on board and keep an eye on this fight. Now we have some action up front between Riera and Mackie. Mackie loses the rear. They go side by side, and then Mackie takes the inside line and gains the position back. That's some quick reactions there by Corey Mackie, holding his position. Back here for the fight for 7th. You can see there Aaron Jimenez slightly ahead of Richard Walker, who's being attacked by Theodoros Esiroglu in the other SimRacingHub car. Let's go with him on board. Goes very wide. Theodoros, notorious for abusing the track limits. He's been penalized before. We really don't want to review that again. This is a very short DRS zone, the main straight. It looks like Walker has better top speed, because even with the DRS, Esiroglu is still unable to make the pass. Let's see what happens now. DRS is open, so is Walker. That's probably why he hasn't been able to overtake him. Meanwhile, behind that, we have a fight going on for 10s. That's Sanabria chasing down the Italian Roberto Shime. This is a 44 lap race. This is only lap 6. Shime has pulled away a little bit ahead of Sanabria now. Back again with Esiroglu. Great fight, great race unfolding now. At least from second place down. Montero is already 5.6 seconds ahead. We have an off track by David Carney. Let's see how. Oh, that's a classic. I believe that's Puham. Yes, good thing there's no more gravel there. Very tight pack now. It's only 11 seconds is the difference between first place and 5th. Not too bad, especially in Spa. Oh, Esiroglu is gonna attempt the pass now. He goes on the inside turn 1. He makes the pass. But let's see if Walcott is able to regain that position in the next DRS zone. It's a great move by Theodoros Esiroglu for 8th. DRS is open. And Walcott goes on the outside and retakes 8th spot from the Greek. So let's watch those two overtakes. This is Theodoros on the inside of turn 1. Has better speed coming out. And then here's the one from Richard Walcott. And the second DRS straight. Look easy from here. And now Theodoros has overtaken. Once again, Richard Walcott goes wide in Pujon and claims the inside line. We have another overtake now. This is for 4th. Acosta went a little bit off track and is going a bit slow there. Oro Acosta. Let's see if Oro... Yeah, something happened to Oro. Let's find out when he went off track. See, yeah, that's not normal. Going in 1st gear, maybe that's like some issue with the game or something. Second gear, sorry. And it's all regaining back, so yeah, he lost a couple places there. Carney off track, not too bad yet. Meanwhile, the fight for 2nd spot here. Actually, let's switch into this one. There's a fight for... Oh, Carney's missing a front wing. Pretty sure that's a retirement. So Jeff overtaking Carney because he's right there. Maybe he lost the wing in this exact moment here. Oh yeah, loses control. Hits the wall. Nobody else to blame but himself. Yep, game over for the ghost David Carney. Okay, so this is lap 8. We still have a fight here for 2nd. There's another one going on for, again, this train that's unfolding here. It's very interesting. There's Walcott going extra wide. Oof, very late braking there from Esiroglu, trying to catch Aaron Jimenez in the Red Bull. Wow, who to watch here? Richard Haney's almost joined with this fight. Let's watch it from Sanabria's car with our ultra fast SimRacingHub drone, able to keep up with these Formula 1 cars. Main straight, we have something going on here between Shime and Walcott. Shime might attempt something, and Esiroglu has overtaken Aaron Jimenez up there. Let's have another look at that pass. That looks pretty clean from the outside. Oh yeah, Esiroglu is just trying to work his way up. He's a very quick driver. Not having the best of lucks in qualifying, but still good performance so far by the Greek. He finally has his own car assigned here with his Greek helmet and his own car number. So is Roberto Shime. It's now side by side with Alejandro Sanabria. Ooh, it almost ended really bad there for both. So that's Shime's car, the number 69. And that's his orange helmet. Let's focus now on Theodoros. Theodoros is using car 83. And there you have your Greek flag on that helmet. Another move for second or third. Looks like there's some activity going on in the pits. Corey Mackey is in the pits. He's coming out in 7th. Just ahead of this fight. You really don't want to be mixed up with those. It's gonna slow you down considerably. So a couple of exchanges there. We had a stop by Corey Mackey. That moved him from P2 all the way down to P7. That probably means that Ezequiel Montero is coming in the pits soon. Let's keep an eye on the lap times here. Last lap for Ezequiel Montero, 142.8. Let's see what Corey can do with this fresh set of Ultra Softs. Softest compound of the night. Argenis, so this is lap 10. Why don't we go over the current running order? Ezequiel Montero in first, Argenis Herrera in second, third place for Oro Acosta, fourth for Carlos Reina, fifth for Jacobo Cardoso, sixth for Theodoros Esiroglu, seventh for Corey Mackey, eighth for Richard Walcott, ninth for Alejandro Sanabria, 10th for Roberto Schime, 11th for Richard Haney, 12th for the Huntsman Craig Hunter. Aaron Jimenez is in 13th, dropped a couple places. Jeff Oppenheim is in 14th. John Cook 15th, Sean Higgins 16th, and that's it. Last running car is Sean Higgins. Some more action, looks like Carlos Reina just heading out of the pits. He's in P10. Richard Walcott also did the same. He's coming out right now, dropping down to P12. And Cook has spun his car. What happened to John Cook? Oh yeah, got on the grass, lost control, but fortunately he didn't lose any car parts. Was able to continue, probably with a massive flat spot. There's Walcott lapping Higgins shortly. Go back with Theodoros. Theodoros going very wide. Theodoros losing some patience there with Cardoso. Cardoso is gonna head into the pits. Cardoso from 4th. Coming in the pits in 6th already, starting to drop some places. Looks like Riera, Sanabria, Roberto, lots of action going on in the pit lane. So still Montero is not stopped yet, and we are on lap 12. Mackey's in P3 now, after this pit rotation. So top 2 drivers still without a pit stop. That would be Ezequiel Montero and Otto Acosta. So last lap by Corey Mackey, 143.7. Montero is doing a 42.8. But now Mackey has clean air up front. Craig Hunter has lost a position. to Cardoso. Not sure what happened. It's been chased by Jimenez, and of course contact between the two, but luckily nothing serious. But that was really lucky actually. Let's go back with that fight. Huntsman. Jimenez is going into the pits. Yanis Riera is now being chased down by Theodoros Esiroglu. Oh, Riera warping some to the side there. Riera hasn't had the best connection lately, like I said at the beginning of this broadcast. Lap 13. It's 10:29 in the East Coast. Saying hello here to Ruben Miranda, who just joined our stream. Let's go with Roberto Shime, trying to close down the gap he has to Alejandro Sanabria in the red Renault. And now we have a lead change because Ezequiel Montero is coming out of the pits. That means Acosta has gained the race lead momentarily. Haven't seen this in a while, Acosta leading a race. It's looking good for tonight. I'm hoping he ends up in the podium. That would be a nice comeback for him after having such a dismal first half of the season. Okay, let's see if we have any fights going on. Maybe P10. Sanabria and Esiroglu. Sanabria is catching Richard Walcott. Previous lap time from Sanabria 1:44.444. Walcott did a 44.0, so that's half a second quicker by the Ninja. And just when I was talking and praising Acosta, we have a spinner. Not really sure what's happening with Acosta and those sudden power losses. Oh god. He was leading the race. So that's the curse of the commentator. Oh, and he has contact with his teammate. And Haney lost his front wing after that. Oh no. What was that? That's the last thing you want to see. This is how bad William is doing lately. Oh well. Let's see. Haney's probably gonna come in the pits pretty soon and repair that front wing. There he goes. And Acosta is just right behind. See if they're not sharing the same pit stall. See how this goes. There is Haney, and they're not sharing the same one. But this is gonna take about 12 seconds to fix that car. Imaginary pit crew is putting that new front wing on the Williams, and he's good to go. Alright. Now Montero has retaken the lead, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be contested for now. Mackie is right there, and Argenis Riera is trying to catch up, the Ferrari driver. In fourth we have Theodoros Esiroglu. Fifth for Carlos Reina. Sixth for Jacobo Cardoso. They don't seem to have any traffic close by, but we can stay with this fight with Sanabria and Shime and Richard Walcott. Let's go on board for a while. Shime very far behind. Argenis Rivera now sets the fastest lap of the race, 141.9. Montero also did a 141.9. Just 2/10 quicker than Corey Mackey's last lap. Very tight up front, top three guys. So now we are really trying to push hard and pass Walcott. Reynolds needs to capitalize tonight when Ivan Georgiev didn't show up for Ferrari. Something going on with the Ferrari team after the summer break. The relations between Ivan Georgiev and Corey Mackey have broken down after they've been leading the championship. And while we're at it, let's have a look at how that's going. Alright, so we have Ezequiel Montero, top of the table, 226 points against Mackey's 196. Third place for his teammate Ivan Georgiev, then Osvaldo Angelon, who has moved to Italy and since has resigned from the Red Bull team. Richard Walcott is in 5th, Benifacelli 6th, he's missing tonight, Kerti Batista also missing, Fischer is also missing, a lot of drivers missing from the top 11. Cardoso 9th, Higgins in 10th, Ben Bocat 11th. And on the team side we have Ferrari leading, at least momentarily, over Renault. And in 3rd spot we have Mercedes-AMG. Alright. Costa has lost a lot of places now. He's found himself in P12 after leading the race, losing a lot of ground, and so is Sanabria now. He's losing ground to Walcott. Roberto Shime has closed down the gap. Alright, back here with the fight for second. Riera losing some of the rear end grip. Costa has now overtaken his teammate Richard Haney. Pretty sure that was orchestrated. Let's have a look at that. Haney coming in on the inside with the DRS open. Easy peasy. Back live with the fight for second. Corey Mackey in the Ferrari, right behind is Argenis Riera and his new team, Force India. Fastest lap for Ezequiel Montero, 141.7. Meanwhile, Argenis Riera sets the fastest sector 1. Couldn't put it together for a whole lap. And we have another retirement. Aaron Jimenez, who was doing very good at the beginning, has some contact with the wall and breaks that car. That Red Bull is out. That makes the 4th retirement of the night. Only 15 cars left, and we're almost halfway distance here. Roberto Shime now has spun. Oh god, some rough driving there between Sanabria and Shime. See if Sanabria was waiting for him. Yes, he's waiting. He knows. He knows he got on the inside here, so he's giving away his position. Good guy Sanabria, of course, wasn't good at. Oh god, more contact there. What? Let's see. Oh, that's Shime losing the rear end. Oh, don't. Shime has retired now. I hate to see that. He was doing so good. That was it for the Italian. And now Sean Higgins has retired as well. Oh boy, everybody's crashing. Not the easiest track, Spa-Francorchamps. So at this rate, let's see if the top 10 finishes the race. This is what happens when you don't race for 4 weeks. You get rusty quickly here. Not a fan of this summer break, but it is what it is. "13 cars left, so 3 more and we get only top 10. This is when Hunter and Cook capitalize on these mistakes. Cook is already in P13 and Craig is just 1 place away from gaining another point. Craig Hunter, the huntsman. Jenny Riera trying to do everything he can to catch Corey Mackey for 2nd place. DRS is open. Some lock up there by Corey Mackey, not a big deal. They're gonna find themselves with traffic with Jeff Oppenheim just ahead in the Sauber. There's Aurush, the famous Aurush. Really looks like a roller coaster. Right, so Jeff doesn't get in the way of anybody there. Riera is now very close. Let's see how this unfolds. This is for 2nd, guys. Up front is Ezekiel Montero just cruising, keeping the distance. He's 6 seconds ahead of Corey Mackey. This is the best fight we have. Acosta is also close to Sanabria. Switch quickly to that one. We'll see if Acosta is gonna be able to overtake Alejandro Sanabria. It's not close enough yet. Riera and Mackey, this is what we used to have a couple of years ago, last year and the year before. Well, the best rivalries here in SimRacingHub. Okay, so now Riera is really close. DRS is open. Montero says another fastest lap, 141.6, so he's not cruising at all, he's just driving like a mad dog. Argentinian just setting fastest lap after fastest lap. Alright, so looks like this is gonna be it for this fight. Mackey side by side with Argenis Riera, his nemesis, gets on the inside and keeps his position. Very fierce defending there by Corey Mackey. On board with Argenis Riera. Catching up to the Ferrari, almost had a chance some turns ago. Let's go with Acosta now, who's just behind Alejandro Sanabria, and he's gonna attempt the move at the end of the back straight, and he sticks it. And now he's in 8th spot after running in 1st and having some bizarre situations there where he would lose it all the drive, I'd say. Not really sure what's happening with that car, but he loses the drive and then spins, and then his teammate rams into the rear end. That really costs him, OTTO Acosta, really like 7-8 positions. Alright, back up front, fight for second. Still going on here with Riera and Mackie. So let me know in your comments who you think is gonna win this one between Mackie and Riera. Bets are open. Going on to lap 22. This is the halfway point of this rather long race. This is the longest track of the calendar, 7 kilometers long. Used to be a little bit under 7, but they redid the bus stop chicane, and that made it slightly longer. And it's now passing into the 7 kilometers mark. Compared with the 3 point something from Monaco. I would say this one and Suzuka are one of the most beloved tracks in the calendar. I just wish this track would be a little bit later in the season, or maybe earlier, but not right after the summer break, because people tend to lose motivation during the break, and then we get to see this kind of turnout, 19 cars and a lot of DNFs. It's like starting over again. So here's the good news. In a week's time, actually, next Thursday, we go to the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza in Italy. That's Ferrari's home race. Speaking of that, this battle's still going on. Ferrari. Oh, now Riera loses control of his car and spins. Well, that's probably it for Jenny's chances of getting second spot. Attempted an overtake there and lost control of his car. Let's have a look at that. Yes, too much. Probably the brake balance wasn't that good. At least the car didn't spin entirely, so he just lost a couple seconds, probably 5 seconds to Corey Mackie, but still with a realistic chance. However, 4th place, 48 seconds behind Ezequiel Montero. Carlos Reina trying to bounce back after his move from Force India into Red Bull. Energy drink team trying to show some pace. His teammate already retired from the race after having an accident. He's only able to cover 16 laps. Let's go with Teodoros S. Siroglu, who's catching Jacobo Cardoso. They were having a fight right before Cardoso's pit stop, and it looks like it's gonna start unfolding pretty soon again. Siroglu seems to be going much quicker. He did a 142.3, while Jacobo Cardoso did a 143.1, so Siroglu is way faster now. Let's get on board with that SimRacingHub car. This overtake is gonna come very soon, probably in this lap. See how good is that top speed. Okay, Carlos Reina has gone into the pits. He's now dropped into 7th. Siroglu, a lot of momentum coming out of Eau Rouge. Gets on the side and claims 4th from Cardoso. We know Cardoso is a veteran driver. He's probably gonna sit and wait. Anything happens up front. And he still has a chance to getting a podium. Alright. Jenny's there. Let's see if there's another fight. I'm trying to... Let's see, Acosta maybe with Carlos Reina up front. Carlos Reina now has a fresh set of tires. Remember, tonight's mandatory tire is the soft compound. You have to use that one at least once. So once again, if you just join us and you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. It's the only way to grow this community, by having you as a subscriber. We're just doing a couple of live streamings. It's pretty much our business lately. So if you enjoy these races and maybe some others, we're gonna start offering a service here with SimRacingHub TV. So if you have a league and you want your race to be streamed over the YouTube or even Facebook, just ping us and we can arrange something. So Sanabria says the fastest sector 2. Sanabria's down there in 10th. Showing some pace, Alejandro Sanabria. Probably using Ezequiel Montero's setup. So the least you can do is at least get a fastest sector. Sets his personal best, 42.2. Not too far from the last lap of Montero, 41.9. This field is really tight tonight. Cobo Cardoso's looks like he's catching Siroglu again. Less than a second. Well, actually, yeah, 1 second is the difference between the two. It's probably gonna be in DRS zone. We have 62, 64, not yet, not quite for Cardoso. Needs to get a little bit closer if he wants to have the DRS. Let's see, last lap from Siroglu 43.1. Cardoso did a 44.5. So somehow maybe he did a mistake a couple laps ago. Yeah, Cardoso's trying to catch him. 43.1, 43.3. Still not faster than the Greek, but getting there. Maybe saving those tires. They're both using the mediums. I think this is a good opportunity here for some advertisement. So I'll be right back. Okay, so as it's usual with broadcasts, we had some action up front. Mackie went slightly off track and got overtaken. Oh, that's because he headed into the pits. This is why he's just lost second place while we were out. Showing off that direct drive wheel from Fanatec. Remember, we have an affiliate link, so if you're interested in any Fanatec products, please use our link down below in the description. Alright, so fight for fourth still going on. Cardoso is now very close. I think he's within DRS. Let's go on board. We have a lead change now because Montero just headed into the pits for his second stop. So Argenis Riera is now leading a race again after God knows how long. He's now leading. Lap 28. Getting there. Lots of traffic now here. Richard Walcott is in the pits. He's gonna come out. He's currently in 8th. He's probably gonna come out in 8th. Yes, touches the line, but nothing serious. Alright, back with the race leader here. Actually, let's go with Cardoso, who's still right there with Theodoros Esiroglu. So now Argenis Riera has headed into the pits, meaning that Ezequiel Montero retakes the race lead. Mackie also takes second. So let's see where there's Argenis Riera coming out of the pits. Some oversteer there. New set of ultras. Theodoros Esiroglu just making his way into the start finish line. There's Jacobo Cardoso in 5th. Lap 29 of 44. Not much going on. Not much to talk either. So top 10 still in the same lead lap. Rest of the drivers one lap behind, and again it's only 13 drivers on track. Brandon Gann retired on lap 2, Deuce Michaels on lap 4, David Carney on lap 7th, Aaron Jimenez retired on lap 17th, as well as Sean Higgins on 17th, and Roberto Shime, last retirement, retired on lap 18th. He's probably sleeping now. Very late. in Italy. Okay, let's go here with the current race leader. Let's take this moment to run over the current order. The Argentinian Ezequiel Montero, defending champion for Renault, is in P1. Second place for Corey Mackey, teamless so far this race. He's in P2, like I said. Third for Argenis Riera, debuting his career in Force India. After moving from SimRacingHub F1, that was a temporary seat that he secured just because of his finishing position last year. He's in third. Fourth for Theodoros Esiroglu with a permanent spot now using car number 83. 5 is Jacobo the Pink Panther Cardoso, showing off that new helmet with, of course, the pink. P6 for Carlos Reina, his previous teammate OTTO Acosta, who led this race briefly. Had some incidents, not sure with what, but he's dropped down to 7th. 8th for the Ninja Richard Walcott, who could be doing better, but again he made it right in time for qualifying, so he was probably not really prepared. Alejandro Sanabria in 9th and Richard Haney in 10th. And now we had some changes because Cardoso is going through the pit lane. He came in 5th, he's coming out in 7th. There is Cardoso and there is Walcott. So fastest lap of the race is for Argenis Riera, set of 140.5, the only car in the 140s. Very impressive by Argenis Riera. Times are gonna start dropping, approaching the latter parts of the race. You get fresh tires and that's what you get, very fast lap times. See what Jacobo Cardoso can do now. Maybe he's gonna start improving those lap times and can leapfrog the Greek Theodoros Esiroglu, who's running in 4th. We'll see what happens. Maki just set his personal best and Argenis Riera sets another fastest lap with a 140.2. Very quick sector 2. 26.8, that's 2/10 faster than Corey Mackey. Costa showing off track, another issue for him. Let's see. Nope, it looks like he overshot the braking zone. Let's keep an eye on Theodoros Esiroglu. Let's see when he's gonna make his pit stop. He's coming down the back straight. It's way too far from the pit entry, so let's go with Richard Walcott. Jacobo Cardoso's 156, that's because he's made a pit stop. So it's 11:02 p.m. the East Coast, lap 32. That's 12 laps to go. We might be done around 11:25 or so. Okay, so let's see. Theodoros just did a 142.8. Waiting to see Cardoso's new lap time with those ultra softs. Let's go with Cardoso on board. Riera starting to catch Mackey slightly. It's about 2 seconds away. Looks like we're gonna have a fight for second. Not sure for third. Okay, so Cardoso is about to finish this lap. This is the first one time with those ultra soft tires. Cardoso does a let's see. Waiting for time to update. 141.9. That is personal best. As compared to the 142.7 that Esiroglu did. So Esiroglu needs to be thinking about coming into the pits and putting a new set of tires. Probably I'm not sure if he's used the soft already, but he needs to come into the pits soon because Cardoso is really putting in some fast laps. Okay, now let's head back to the fight for second. That's about to get very intense once again. And Argenis Riera is going into the pits. That is unexpected. He already had 2 stops. Let's see if this is a penalty of some sort. Argenis Riera going through the pit lane. No indication of stopping, so yes indeed, this is a drive-through penalty. So maybe he was speeding when he was coming to the pits or something, but that's it for the fight for second place. I guess Mackie can now relax. 8 seconds behind Ezequiel Montero, so unless something happens to the Argentinian, this looks like it's gonna end this way, with Montero top of the step of the podium, Mackie in second, and Argenis Riera in third. Siroglu is just right there waiting. Again, he needs to probably make another stop, and Cardoso might leapfrog the Greek driver. See, we have a slight off track by Siroglu. Not so slight. So Walcott, this is the closest fight we have. 1 second. Yeah, about 2 seconds. We have a spinner by Captain Cook. Let's have a look at that one. Probably braking into turn 1. No, that wasn't a brake failure. That's just your brake balance not set up correctly. You get that snap. And there's Mackie about to face Captain Cook. So Captain Cook goes way off track, avoid any issues while being lapped. Okay, so we're back here with the Ninja, Richard Walcott, trying to catch Jacobo Cardoso, the Pink Panther in the Force India. Previous lap from Walcott is a 142.3. Cardoso did a 142.0, so Cardoso is going quicker. Walcott with 2 stops already. Acosta only has 1 stop, and Esiroglu has 1 stop as well. I would expect either one of them to stop again, but not so many laps to go, so that better be happening soon. See what happens at the end of this lap with Esiroglu. Oh, we have a retirement. Captain Cook is completely done. Let's rewind, find out what happened. Loses the rear end coming out of the turn, and then no more rear wing for the captain. That ship has sunk. That poor Sauber. Cook was looking good to gain. Well, not. I don't know if he was gonna gain any points, but at least a decent finish. It's gonna end up in 13th. That means there's only 12 cars still on track. You're back with Esiroglu. It's gonna finish this lap. Let's see if he dives into the pits. Lap 36. No pit stop for Esiroglu, and he's using the soft compound. So maybe he's going with a one-stopper. We'll see. Any fights? Let's see, we have a 2-second difference, but that's not changing for the best between Richard Walcott and Jacobo Cardoso. Something happened to Acosta, he went off track and heads into the pits. Very, very tight entrance. Losing some positions there, OWTO Acosta. Cardoso's in 6th place. Okay, so Acosta's still in the pits. Very long stop for OWTO. His teammate just overtook him. Haney's now 9th. Acosta is 10th, so double points for Williams. Not the best positions, but you get what you get. Let's show the race leader. We haven't seen much of him tonight. Ezequiel Montero. Hopefully there's no invisible wall at Eau Rouge like it used to be in the past. It's a different track layout. Not layout, but version at least. Hopefully not made from the same as the other ones. So far so good. Of course I just said that and who knows what happens next. There's a standing Williams. I think it's Acosta. Yes, he is. Again, one of those issues. He loses drive and then he's able to continue. Now he's in P10. Oh, Reina is now in 4th. That's because Esiroglu has gone into the pit lane. Let's see if he comes out in front of Cardoso. Where is Cardoso? Oh my god, just ahead. Cardoso must be fuming now. Lost his precious opportunity to gain that 5th spot. Very good for Sahara Force India. It's gonna be a fight here for 5th place. Let's see, let's watch this one. It's probably gonna go down to the wire. Lap 37, only a couple laps to go. Let's go on board with Cardoso. Doesn't look like he's catching Esiroglu now, with Esiroglu and those fresh Ultra Softs, I think. They look like Ultras from here. Much quicker on the turns, Cardoso, but then the main in the straights. Oh, we have another spin by Acosta. I think Acosta's gonna just call it a day and retire soon. He's not having fun at all. Costa rejoining. He's probably mad as hell now, red like a tomato. He's able to continue for now. Back on board with Cardoso chasing down the Greek Esiroglu up ahead. Twelve cars on track, lap 38, 11:12 p.m. on the East Coast. Fastest lap of the race so far for Argenis Ferreira, 140.2. Let's see what Esiroglu can do with this set of ultras. Fresh set of ultras and less fuel than what Argenis Ferreira had when he set that fastest lap. Not sure if he's gonna be able to record that lap time, but let's go on board here with the Greek. Acosta. Oh god, Acosta, don't crash into nobody there. I was really hoping he didn't hit Cardoso, because that's how both of their lucks usually go. Something's really going on with that Williams. Electronics or hydraulics, not really sure what's going on. We'll probably hear from him in a couple days. I doubt he's gonna give us any comments after the race. Usually Acosta, when things don't go his way, he just bolts out and, you know, goes to bed. Alright, lap 39. Looks like Acosta has now lost 10th place. Jeff Oppenheim is gonna gain a point. I'm really hoping he finishes within the points now. Acosta is now just dropping his last, dead last now, coming out of the pits. It's gonna set a fastest lap now, who knows? He has all the tools now, fresh set of ultras, low fuel, nothing to lose. Of course, you don't gain anything from setting the fastest lap. It's just a matter of taking that hat trick from Ezekiel Montero. Back life with the Pink Panther Jacobo Cardoso. It looks like we're gonna have our classic podium finish in SimRacingHub. Montero, Mackie and Riera. It's been a while since we've seen those three drivers on the podium, all three of them. And now Esiroglu is now in 4th because Reina has headed into the pits with only 4 laps to go. Maybe those tires just couldn't keep up. Excellent race for Esiroglu. So it is for Jacobo Cardoso, who's now in 5th. Lap 40. Lapping those cars, that would be, I believe that's Craig Hunter in the Toro Rosso. Again, he's driving for Ben Bocat, who's I think is on vacation. Looks like everybody has its own distance to their nearest rival. And therefore, I think this is gonna end this way unless something bizarre happens. And I'm putting the camera here on Ezekiel Montero. Just wanna see what happens here. Let's see how many victories Montero has. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be his 8th victory of the year. He's well on his way to another title. This would put him 37 points ahead of Corey Mackey. Very hard to catch unless he has a disconnection or something, or an accident. And we have a spin by Carlos Reina coming out of Eau Rouge. Oh boy. Oh god, he was looking good. I don't think that's gonna it's gonna be good for his finishing chances, I guess. See if he's able to come back into the pits, repair that car and get some points. Horrible mistake by Reina with just in the dying moments. Spins out. Cardoso now going off track. See how bad this was. Oh my god, don't tell me he got this. Oh god, this is unbelievable. This is just beyond absurd now. Cardoso was doing really, really good. I really hope he doesn't disconnect. Ah, he's back. Oof. That was some scare. Somehow that connection held up and he's still in 6th. Somehow got overtaken by Walcott, but maybe this is gonna resynchronize soon. Not really sure what happened there. He had a massive lag. Yeah, that might have been a game freeze or something, because sure Cardoso was ahead of Walcott, but not by much. Okay, so lap 43. This is getting close to the checker flag now. Carlos Reina is still in the pits. Very long repair. This is probably gonna cost him a point. Although Acosta seems to be far back. Yeah, I think that was a game freeze or some sort from Cardoso, because he's now very far behind Walcott. If anything, if he was losing connection, he would have synchronized already. Lap 43, here we are with the race leader. So Acosta just overtook Jeff Oppenheim. Jeff was looking to score his first point. Not so fast, said Acosta. So Montero's about to get the white flag, signifying the last lap of the race. Here we go. Here we go, guys. This is the last lap. Montero, no issues tonight. Very comfortable ahead, 6.5 seconds. Ahead of Corey Mackey in second. And way back there is Argenis Riera to round up the podium temporarily. 83 seconds behind we have Theodoros Esiroglu in 4th. Fantastic race from the Greek. Richard Walcott, who I would say got a little bit lucky with that incident in Cardoso. He was in 6th. He's now in 5th. Now Cardoso, who after all should consider himself lucky he didn't disconnect or didn't retire from the race. He's in 6th. Of course, it could be better for him. 7th for Alejandro Sanabria. Good points for Reynolds tonight. Richard Haney in 8th. 9th for Carlos Reina. Last on the points is Acosta. Then we have Oppenheim and Craig Hunter. Let's go now with our race leader, who's getting close to finish this race. 5 seconds, 6 seconds is the difference. And here we go, guys. Last turns. Ezequiel Montero gets his 8th victory of the year. Let's pull him in here. Get a word. Congratulations, Ezequiel.
Thank you, thank you. Nice race.
Easy race for you?
No.
Come on, it looked very easy from here.
Cody is very strong.
Yeah.
So it was no hard race.
Oh god. Okay, so congratulations. I'll move you back to your channel. You're now
Thank you,
8th
thank you.
victory of the year. Very impressive.
Yeah, thank you. I'm back.
Yep. Alright, so there you had it. Ezequiel Montero, your race winner. Race is not done yet. Esiroglu still out there. We have 4 cars still on track to finish the race. Esiroglu in 4th. There he goes, finishes. And then Richard Walcott approaching the bus stop chicane. It's gonna finish in 5th. Somewhat back there is Jacobo Cardoso. He's gonna finish in 6th. And 7th would be Alejandro Sanabria, that unless something happens to him in the last turn, he's gonna end up in 7th spot. So rounding up your top 10, you got Richard Haney in 8th, who already left the building. Carlos Reina in 9th, and last to get a point is Oro Acosta. So there's your race winner doing his victory lap. I'll take a moment here to congratulate our race winner on the game chat. Okay, let's go over how this race finished. Start removing all these things. Okay, so Ezequiel Montero 4 seconds ahead of Corey Mackey in 2nd, then Argenis Riera in 3rd, 21 seconds behind the leader. Theodoros Esiroglu 59 seconds behind in 4th. 5th for Richard Walcott, 1 minute and 10 seconds behind. Jacobo Cardoso, the Pink Panther, 1 minute 23 seconds. He finished in 6th. 7th for Alejandro Sanabria, 1 minute 34 seconds. And then 1 lap behind we have Richard Haney in 8th and Carlos Reina in 9th. 2 laps behind Ora Costa, who gets the last point tonight. Jeff Oppenheim 2 laps behind as well, and Craig Hunter. And then with the retirements we have Young Cook has suspension damage, Roberto Shime also suspension damage, Higgins, Aaron Jimenez, all of them we saw them having some accidents, and then David Carney also with an accident of his own. Deuce Michaels, not sure what happened to him, and last Brandon Gant. Alright guys, so next Thursday we have our Italian Grand Prix, so please join us for that one. And so far Montero is leading the championship by 37 points. We'll see what happens in Italy with Team Ferrari, where they need to get their act together, come back strong as a team. So long guys, thanks for watching.